Hey, what's up, YouTube? Been a little while since I posted a video. Want to make a quick little video on reassembly of the Jake Hoback Black Stallion Warhorse flipper. Um, I already took it apart about 10 minutes ago, so I just thought about just showing you some of the internals on this knife that you don't see too much about. You don't hear too much about it. I haven't even known of its existence until a couple weeks back. Very simple to take apart, so don't really need to show that. You just pop out the pivot, screw, and then you got four body screws, and it just comes right apart. Super easy. I just figured I'd show some of the internals, how kind of it works, and some of the neat features of this knife. Um, so let me just start off with some of these body screws that I thought were pretty cool. These are machine screws, and they're Torx. I'm sorry, they're not Torx. They're Allen bits. Let me see if I can get it. See if we can get a nice zoom in on this. Come on. There we go. So you can see that's Allen. Nice machine screws. They're all the same. They're all the same size, so you don't have to worry about, making sure that you put them in the right orientation. And then you got these bearings, stainless steel bearings. Okay, that's nothing new in the knife world. All right. Now this exposed side here is not touching the, doesn't touch the tang of the blade. So this side right here, the smooth side, is the side that you want to be touching the tang of the blade here. Okay, and that feels nice. I can feel them little suckers rolling around. Wipe these down. The action was a little bit crunchy, so the hardware was kind of loose. I bought this knife on the secondary market, and I'm going to be selling it soon. I do have an Instagram. I have the Instagram information on my bio or whatever. It's Grim Flips, GRIMFLIPZ. Check that out. I got some other knives for sale on there from time to time. Got a Hinder available too, actually. Yeah. Now the pivot and the body screws are all the same size, which is nice. So, like I said, these are Allen. This is a floating backspacer, all titanium construction, by the way. It's a really neat looking backspacer. Kind of just a rare little piece here. You don't really see these available too often. So like I said, once again, titanium. From what I know, this is all made by Jake Hoback. So this is like a mid-tech or a custom. Not really sure. I don't think it's a custom, but I believe this is made by hand by Jake Hoback himself. If that's not true, you could let me know. But I believe that's the case. Now, on the show scale, right here, just trying to take some of this excess oil off before I put it back together. It's kind of neat because even though the blade, we'll get to that in a minute, it doesn't show the steel of the blade on the blade. It's a sterile blade, no markings on it whatsoever. But I noticed in the show scale, here, it shows you what it is, crew wear. So a CPM crew wear. And then you have your, since this is all titanium, like I said, you got your stainless steel washer in there so that the bearings obviously has to race there. So you can see a little groove cut in there from the bearings. That way it's not running on the titanium, obviously. All right, so you got some real nice millwork in here. A lot of weight reduction going on there because this is a beefy knife. And then one of the most interesting things here is, first off, there's the other washer in there. This side I don't know if you can take it out, but I tried to push it out, and that sucker's kind of lodged in there pretty good. So I think it's supposed to be, I'm not sure if it's pressed in or what, but it's pretty nice because you don't have to worry about this spinning. From what I remember hearing, I think this is a little bit offset or something so that it wouldn't spin on you. So it's real nice to take apart. And then you got your stop pin here, which is also seems to be pressed in. And you got some information here. Okay, this is a collaboration with Alpha Tactical. From what I'm aware of, there's a little bit of wear on this knife. Obviously, it's over 5 years old. So I think these go anywhere from 600 to 800, somewhere's around there. Now the real neat thing about this is the, I want to make sure I get this right. This is the roller, Jake Hoback's roller detent. So you can adjust the, and it came like this. So unfortunately, whoever was adjusting the detent before kind of wasn't too careful there, scuffed it up a little bit. But you got a little ball here, a little ball bearing. See if I can get in close here. And the ball bearing here actually rolls like the tip of a Bic pen or something. This ball actually rolls, which is kind of neat. So on traditional detents, it's just a ball bearing that's pressed into the steel, so the ball doesn't actually roll. It just kind of grinds along the tang of the blade. It doesn't actually have that little rolling effect. So this is pretty neat. And you could kind of feel it, to be honest. I mean, it kind of feels smooth. Like you can almost feel that it's rolling. And once again, it's you can adjust how hard you want the detent. So when you tighten or loosen this, the ball bearing is actually inside this screw here. And obviously, the more you loosen it, the ball retracts with the screw, making your detent a lot less stiff. Or you can go the other way and obviously make your detent more stiff. So that's pretty neat. So you got your adjustable detent. And once again, you got a lot of milling going on in here. Real clean work. Real nice pocket clip. You got his little logo here. Okay, it seems to be only in this position too. This is the, let me see, this is the right hand tip up. So I believe you can, yeah, or you could go on the other side. So, or left hand, right or left hand tip up. Okay, now let's take a peek at the blade itself here. Really interesting. So there was a lot of oil on this. Just want to clean it up a little bit here. It's got a really unique blade shape. Oh, by the way, let me bring up quick. I have seen some videos where there are some Chinese knockoff versions, actual clones of this knife. And a real quick way to tell if it's a knockoff or not is, number one, you're not going to have that roller detent. So you won't have this feature on the fake ones. They look very similar, and they also I don't know, when I heard the noise of it opening and closing on the video, it sounded very terrible, like really just cheapy and tinny, and just sounded like it was aluminum, not titanium. But it does look very similar. Also, the clones don't have this information here. It doesn't have this stamping on it. So you want to watch out for that. Make sure you're getting a real one of these if you're going to get one. So like I said, they wouldn't have the roller detent on the fakes. And I'm sure if you take them apart, if you take the fake one apart, it's probably not going to sit there and say crew wear on the inside either. So here's the blade. It's like obviously like a Tanto here. Tanto, however you like it. I find this to be pretty odd. You got your top coming into a swedge here. You got like a, well, I wouldn't really say a swedge. I don't know what this is, but you got your fuller coming in here, and then you got, as you can see, these two, this piece of metal just kind of comes out. So it's pretty neat, but at the same time, I could see where this could be a problem if you're like puncturing material. you know, and you're going through like a box, let's say you puncture a box, and as soon as the you know, as soon as this part comes up and meets with the box, it's gonna bind on there and start tearing. So because these aren't they're a little sharp. I mean, they're rounded off, but it's a kind of a definitely a unique feature I've never seen before. Sorry about that. There we go. So you see it's rounded. It's really neat though. Really beefy, robust blade here. So, all right, let's put this baby back together quick now that it's all wiped down. Yeah, so I picked this up from someone online that was selling it. I got it at a really good deal. Um, I'm probably gonna sell it, post it, try to get rid of it because you know I got other knives I'm trying to buy. I like to buy knives, check them out, play with them for a little bit, sell them, get other knives. You know, kind of how it goes. And you have your detent hole here. So let's put this baby back together. All right, make sure I get that extra oil out. Now I'm going to be using some knife pivot lube to re-oil this. So this is some good stuff. Just going to put a little, oh, got too much already coming out here. Don't want to do that. Just put a little bit here. Not too much. And like I said, you're going to want to have it to where this smooth side is going to be on the tang of the blade here. So let's pop that in there, just like that. Kind of at a weird angle here, guys, so. All right, I'm gonna put that there. And let's see here how we're gonna do this. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Let's put a little bit more here. I know that's quite a bit, but it'll be all right. You know what? Oh yeah, okay, gotcha. All right. Now what we're gonna do is put our back spacer in, which goes right here. Let's see here. It's kind of an odd spot here for me. How am I gonna do this? Let's see. How about we set this down? Try to angle it a little bit better for you guys. All right, hopefully that's a little bit better. Alrighty, let's see. So we're gonna just put this scale right on. Actually, let me put a little bit more right here. Done. What else? How about a little bit right in here, because this is where the stop pin is rolling around. Let's put a little bit there. Why not? Then obviously my back spacer isn't exactly where I want it. So here's what I'm gonna do. Line it up just like that. And put one of these suckers in there to hold her in. One thing that I thought was kind of cool about these screws is you have these little grooves towards the top here. So I don't know if that really does anything or what, but it's kind of neat. Like these little teeth or something. All right, so now that we got that held in, let's put our pivot in. Just gonna do a finger tight for now, then I'll come back. Swing that sucker in. Was this a bad idea? Let's see. Oh, nope, seems like that'll work. Yep, okay. Let's see, is that gonna... Make sure we're good, okay. All right. Just kind of get these started. Let me see here, make sure we're not gonna cross thread here. Yep, all right, we're good. And I don't have actually a small little bit, because usually all the small bits I have are Torx. So good thing I got this multi Allen key tool deal there. Snug these up. Now you can obviously add a little bit of blue Loctite on there, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to probably sell this. So I want that to be an option for the new owner. So I just snug it up. There we go. Nice, and it's nice because it actually just stops, you know, like as soon as I start to snug, it literally just stops, so you know not to over torque it or anything like that. Same thing with the pivot, it just kind of comes to a complete stop right away. So here it is, the Jake Hoback Black Stallion Warhorse. I do have the original packaging, and there is a certificate of authenticity that comes with this particular knife here. I will finish wiping this all down, make it look nice and pretty. Our lockup is about, it's kind of hard to see on camera. Let's see here. Looks like, hold on a second here. Now I'm curious because I can't really see. Lockup looks to be about 50% actually. Yep. Upon closer inspection, it seems to be around 50%. You got a little bit of jimping right here to release the lock bar tension. So at first, when I was manipulating this knife, I would go right here because just naturally you want to go right here in this groove, which you can, but you see a little spur right here, and that's actually better because as soon as you put your finger on that, you can it just moves right aside, and you can close her up. Now it's not drop shutty. I don't think this knife was really even broken in, to be honest. It seems kind of stiff still. The action is super nice. Smooth. So yeah, figured I'd just show you guys this particular knife. I haven't seen it around. Pretty neat. Show you guys something different than the ordinary. Got some real thick jimping up here, super fat blade. I don't have any specs offhand. I mean, you guys could check it out, look it up online or whatever if you really want to break it down. I don't have my scale with me either. I apologize. So I can do a quick comparison to a couple other knives just so that you can get an idea anyway before I end the video. It's not very heavy. I think it's about 6 ounces, I want to say. So for a big knife like this, I thought just looking at it, this thing was going to be like 9 ounces, but I believe it's about 6 ounces. Let's see here. Let's go against a Spyderco Spidey Chef. So this knife is not as large as it may seem, actually. It's not that, it's actually kind of small and compact. There's a Spidey Chef. So obviously the Spidey Chef is longer. Let's go against Microtech UTX 85 OTF. So as you can see, it's about the same length, give or take. And let's see, what else? How about a Spyderco Manix 2? So as you can see, the Manix 2 is quite a bit longer. Let's see the... oh, there you go. I was trying to use a liner for this. You can see the width here is actually, you got a big old flipper tab there, but the Manix 2 has it beat as far as in this dimension. It's a little bit wider this way, but obviously this is thicker. You can just see that. So, and then one last one, we'll do a ZT0452. Let me open this sucker back up. This one is wearing a custom scale. So you can see the size there. Not too much smaller than the ZT. Let's check it out in this way. As you can see, the ZT is longer. Not by much. Got a little bit more hanging down here. Obviously this is going to be chunkier. So there you go, guys. This video's been long enough. Let me know what you guys think. If you think this knife's pretty badass, I think it's pretty cool. If you know about it, if you would spend that much for something like this as a collector piece or what. Let me know what you guys think in the description. Like, share, subscribe, which I know nobody ever really shares, or I know I never really share anything, to be honest, so I don't know why I said it, but whatever. Seems like the thing to do. But yeah, subscribe, man. Trying to get the subscribers up a little bit. I want to put out some more videos. I got a couple other ideas here coming up. I do want to do a review on the Han Basilisk Balisong soon, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, man, so have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.